This conference will now be recorded.
We wait for 5 minutes. By 2:05 we will start. We wait for others to join.
Okay, sir.
Dear student, please ask your all classmates in the training group to join others immediately. Actually, already we have crossed our schedule time. So please ask your all classmates in the training group to join the session immediately so we can start it on time and within 5 minutes we can start it. Please ask your all classmates. Shobik sir, please take the attendance after the session over, okay?
Okay. I already take a first half and second half
First half
attendance. I
attendance
also
already taken. In the second half also, after the session over, at the end of the session, please take the attendance. Not in the middle or not in the first. At the end of the session, take the attendance.
Okay.
Because few students will give the attendance, after that leave the session.
Okay.
Shobik sir, we will start at 2:05. Within 2 minutes, we will start, okay?
Okay. So almost 22 students are there. We wait another 1 minute and we start these sessions. So, and one. And in session 1, whatever we observe, whatever we learn, the thing is that we go with the very basics of MATLAB, and then how MATLAB we use, MATLAB software, and all we discuss, and what are the sources are there to use MATLAB, that things we discuss. And alternative to MATLAB, that also we discuss. And why we go with the MATLAB, that things we also discuss. Now, then we go with the things like how we write a perform a arithmetical operations like additions
Sir,
in
your
MATLAB.
voice is not working properly.
Not coming. Okay, let's wait 1 or 2 minutes. I just check it. What is the issue? Let's check. Is it now okay?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it okay now? Now or still have a issue?
No,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, it's okay. So in very first session, what we discuss how we work with a MATLAB. What are the options we have? What are the alternate to MATLAB? And we discuss MATLAB basics, how we create a matrix, manually how we create a matrix, how we create a matrix using different functions. And we also discuss how to fetch the values from matrices. And in the meantime, we also learn few things, that is this. So suppose we have a matrix this, first we go with a matrix like a magic matrix. So that actually are things we discuss. We start with a matrix. What are the different options we have for matrix operations? Right. What are the different matrix operations are there? That things we discuss. Now, from that, last thing we check how we go with the column wise operations, and last tasks I given to you, but that thing's not done. And okay, I think that was complete. So the thing is that now, if I want to replace some values of a matrix, how we replace? So suppose we have a this 9 value, we want to replace this value by 6. How we can replace it? So how we replace the values? That actually is my questions. So how we replace? So suppose this 9 we want to replace by 6. So this is a very simple. First we need to write row and column number. So this is a 5 by 5. And that things we want to replace by 6. So just write here 6. And it replace. Right. So this is actually a way how we easily replace a value. So this 9 value I replace this 9 value I replace by 6, right? So just check it and confirm it. Are you able to do that things or not?
Yes, sir. Done.
Yes, sir, done.
Okay, so wait here little bit.
Yes, sir,
And
done.
next, so same way, can you able to replace this?
Sir, replace what?
12 replaced by 2.
Okay, sir.
So please write down the code. Let me check.
sir, done, sir.
So one student's already writing these things. So wait for others to respond. Shayok already responded. Yeah. Yes, lots of responses are there. Now we want to go with so the same way. Can we able to replace entire row? Can we able to replace entire row by 5 number of ones? This row we want to replace by 5 number of ones. Can we able to replace?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, try it. So in a very simple, first we need to write the row, all the row values, how we fetch, and then we need to create a, we may go with a two approach. We may take one is that number of ones array we may check and replace it by that. So try it. Let's check is it working or not. Otherwise we so so directly easiest way we replace all entire second row by 1. So just check it. So once command we know, and within the once command, what we first pass 5 comma 1 directly a matrix. It's create a matrix of 5 comma 1.
Sir, 5, 1 means only row.
Okay, let's go with this command once. Once within that, if we write only 5, that by default value, it create a 5 by 5 matrix. But if we write this way 5 comma 2, then it's create 5 by 2 matrix. And if we mention that is 1 comma 5, that is this kind of matrix. Right. So X and Y representation. So that also your features of a once command. So not only once, if we want to go with the zeros, that also print the same way. So number of rows, number of columns, we may write this way. No, but if we try to implement it in Magic, is it work? Exactly not. Right. So these are clear things. Okay. Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So now, if it's okay, so can you able to replace this value by zeros? Just try, everyone. No, it will not work. So who actually writing these things, it's just check it. I again request all of you, before writing here, just check into your Matlab. So I think no one till now, no one actually using Matlab software. It's not a good practice. So please install Matlab software, check it into Matlab, then only share the results.
Yes, sir, it's done.
Yeah, show him writing the things perfect way. So what you make a mistake, Anubhav, and I think you understand. Yeah, so it's done. So can you able to change this last column? Can you able to change the last column by 5? Entire last column you need to change by 5. Can you able to change entire last column by 5? Yes, try it. Let me check. Yeah, one of you responded. That's very good. So another things we find out, that is last case, whatever we write, that's not required actually. So last case, we rather than using ones or zero, we may write 1, it will work. So here 5 comma is to equals to 5, if we write, it will also work. So now next thing is that we sorry, We want to replace these things. We want to fetch. Last time, what were the questions I give? I go with the same questions, but how we get it? So if I want to fetch this area, so this is the last top questions. I think we forget to discuss it again. So can you find out this submatrix? So try it. Yes, anyone can solve it?
Yes, sir, trying.
Okay, try.
Sir, done.
Okay, share it. Okay. No, please share. If you're able to complete it, please share it via chat window.
Sir, can you see?
No, sir, not
Yes.
is coming.
It's not, miss, I need to share. Miss, who want to share? Do you want to share screen?
Sir, I shared a video.
Video. Okay, name, your name?
Shampad.
Shampod, okay. Shampod. Just I need to find out your name. Shampod Pal, right? So I make a presenter. Okay, not giving me the options to present.
I have seen. Please check.
Okay, it's already visible. Okay, yes. Yes, someone already shared, but it's not actually properly visible, but I think it's a work because, yes, a very good try. So, so how we find out? Yes, some of Sampad already shared the screen. Yeah, so you can able to manage it, but how we manage? So as coding are not visible, so, okay, someone writing old code, no, not now. So how we find out? So for that, we need to write here. Okay, sorry, it's actually a image, not a coding. So here we need to go with a 5, comma is 2. This is actually entire things, right? Okay, so this way we get this portion. So, but if we want to get a last 2, what we write generally, we write here. So 20, 22. So first, second, first, second, third. So third and fourth. So we need to write this way: 3 is to 4. And here we need to write 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is to 5.
4 is to 5. 4 is to 5.
4 is to 5. So then it's this way they can create this submatrix. Okay, that's fine. We can able to print a submatrix. So if we able to find submatrix easily, we can able to remove these things, or we may replace these things this way. That also be possible. Right. Process is exactly same.
Yes, sir.
So here in this case, there's only one of you reply. So now please all of you complete these things and confirm me whenever it's done, because I want more replies.
Sir, I have sent.
Yeah, done, right? Everyone can complete it.
Yes, sir.
So now we go with a lots of matrix based operations. Now we want to go with another thing, that is in Matlab there is a one most important operator, that is null operator. Null, null. So how we go with this null operator? So null operator that is we replied by this actually a symbol considered as a null, third opening bracket, third closing bracket. So whatever the matrix we have, so again we go with a matrix that is a magic 5 is there. Within that we have a null matrix. So suppose we want to delete last entire row. How we delete? We just need to write this way, E.
5 comma null.
Yeah, not this way. 5 comma is to equals to null. So whatever
Yes, sir.
value is there, that will be removed. So last time we used 5 by 5 matrix. Now it's became 5 by 4 matrix. Right. So in Matlab, this null operator is so important. This is actually a null operator. You need to remember this third bracket opening and closing brace. This is actually considered as a null operator. And so after that, as it is a null operator, so can you able to delete third column? Can you able to delete third column? Please respond everyone. Try to delete it and respond to me. Yeah, exactly. So one of you responded. I don't know it's perfect or not. So I want to get a response from everyone. Yeah,
Sir,
so
send it.
lots of responses are coming, right? So what we need to do the same way, we need to go with the things. Sorry. So this way we can do that. Sorry, I'm making some mistakes.
Sir, you said third column, but you so row.
Yes, this way we can do that things. Next, what we need to do, this is actually a row and column deletion, so we check it. So now we go with the matrix operations: addition, subtractions, multiplication, deletion.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, how can we delete the columns? You have deleted a row. Delete.
Yeah, the same way.
How
This
can
actually
we
is this way. This way. So same process. Right.
Okay.
Just in place of row, we need to go with the column. Next, we already go this all about basics of matrix operations. We already practice with lots of matrix operations. Now, the next thing is that we go with a matrix. Element operation is done. We want to go with a matrix operations. Like if we want to print like these things within a matrix, if we want to go with some of the options like a part we want to replace, we can able to replace it. Right. So the next thing is that we need to go with this matrix. That is, suppose we have a matrix A equals to 1, 4, 7, 9. Right. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, I mistakenly write here. So we need to go with the command window. So we equals to 6, 7, and then we write things 1, 2. So this is one matrix. Another matrix is that so two matrices are there. Now we want to add. We know that it's a very simple. If we go with A plus B, it will add. Right. Now, if we want to subtract, we have options A minus B. We can able to subtract. Just check it. It's very simple. But it's not simple when we go with the multiplication and divisions. Just check these things. Then I go with the last two options. So we go with the things A dot into B. So this actually the things. So in case of multiplication, we go with this way. So this is one multiplications, and we want to show another multiplications. This, yes, I'm showing two multiplication options. Right. Now you have a question, why this two multiplication?
What's the difference between them?
Yeah, what actually the difference between them? If we check, we use here another very important case of Matlab, that is dot operator. This operator called element by element operator, right? This dot operator called element by element operator. So in matrix, there's a two options. So one is that element by element process. Another is the what actually a conventional matrix operation process. In last case, when we forget to use this dot operator, this is a conventional matrix multiplication. And when we put a dot operation, that actually a element by element operation. So element by element means, if you check, element by element means this is the first element, it must be multiplied with this element, first element. The second element must be multiplied with second element. So 6 into 2, 12, 7 into 1, 7. So if you go with this, you find out the same thing. So this is clear 12, 7. So this is clear. When we go with a dot operator based things, this is clear element by element operator. Right. Is it clear? This actually element by element operator.
Sir, repeat once again that element by element.
If you check, we multiplied this A into with B. A first position value is 6. It's multiplied with B first position value. That is 6 into 2. Its result is 12. Second position is 1. It multiplied with 7. So value is 7.
Okay, sir, understood.
This way it will work. This is okay, element by element. Each of the element multiplied with this positional element. So positional element by positional element, that actually defined by matrix element by element operation. So this is actually called this dot, actually called element by element operator. Right. Okay. Now, so two way we can able to multiply the things. So one is that general conventional multiplications that actually matrix provide followed, and another is that simple multiplication, that is into operations, dot operations. So these two operations are there. Now if we go with a division, then we have a, so just check these things, check these two things and confirm me, is it clear to you or not? Then we go proceed with the next part.
Done, sir.
Yeah. So next we go with the division. So division is that, so we know that, so if we want to divide it 9 by 3, this way we can able to divide it. And if we want to divide the same thing,
Here
little
we have to
different way.
B by A.
Yeah.
B by A.
Yeah, B by A is this way. So this one, right? So numerator denominator interchange is there. Is it clear? So two way we can divide, but another two way is that each of the case we use dot operator. So in division we have a four options. One is that A by B, A dot by B, Another is that A by B. Another is that A dot by B. So this 4 way we can able to divide. Okay. So these 4 options we have. Check it.
Done, sir.
Okay, done. Yeah. So these 4 operations we can able to perform. Next options we go with. Till now, whatever the variable we use, we can able to check by writing the simple command, that is who. Means from today when we start the sessions of MATLAB, from that time, whatever the value we use, whatever the variable we use, that's all are actually available, and we can able to check using this who command. Right.
Yes, sir.
Another command is there, that is whose. So please check all of you. There's 2 things. Obviously, it's a different for everyone, and different things you observe. So here, till now, we don't use any simple variables. All are the matrix we choose. So we also add some simple variables. D equals to, suppose we write 7. R equals to, we write a 76 this way. So these are the variables, so we add. Now the question is that whatever the variable we use, if we check it using whose command, it's stored different ways. So now we need to understand how we are using these variables, right? So what is the meaning of this? A number of option things are written here. What actually the meaning of each of the cases? So what actually the meaning? If we check name, variable name is there, that's fine. Next is that, okay, just a moment. Just a moment. Yeah. So whatever variable is there, so in general, a simple variable, whatever we choose, it's take by default. This is actually a simple variable case. So as everything stored as a matrix in MATLAB, so every information, it may be a single variable or it may be a matrix, everything size actually displayed by 1 into matrix dimension, right? So this is the first point you need to observe in MATLAB. Everything in matrix dimension format, right? Yeah, some issue is there with the charging. Hello, is it audible?
Yes, sir, audible.
Yes,
audible.
sir.
Yeah. So, okay. So next, so if we check it, there is a second first thing, the size is there. So each of the element described by the matrix size. Second is there, how much byte it take. So minimum byte is required is a 8 byte, means 64 bit, right? It takes 64 bit, right? So 64 bit and then a double and class type double. So initially, so from here we can understand that by default MATLAB go with a 64 bit format. 64 bit, so whatever value is stored, it's by default acquire the memory location of 64 bit, right? And this actually obviously a double type. We know that from C concepts, this actually 64 bit means double type is there. So this actually things we need to know about MATLAB. So this is a very fundamental things. So next we go with the things that is this actually, is it clear? Any question from this? Is it clear or any question?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. So now if I so by default it's declared 64 bit space is acquired, but that's not a good one. I don't want to waste time, memory space. So how we manage it? And if we check by default, if you write the thing, suppose L equals to 66. So if you write L equals to 66, so what happened to it? If we write a L equals to 66, is it a float? Is float. Okay, so before going to discuss this, so L equals to is float. So before going to discuss these things, we also need to confirm you that is MATLAB support Boolean operations, right? MATLAB support a Boolean operations means Booleans means 0 or 1. When it's true, it always goes to 1. When it's false, it always goes to 0. So if you check, we call a MATLAB inbuilt function is float operations, and this is float operations actually return that is 0, sorry 1. So the thing is that it clearly signifies that whatever the default things we store into MATLAB is actually a floating type. So is there any options to go with integer concepts in MATLAB? So that maybe we have a mind that generally in C, whatever the things we write, everything we write a integer 1, integer 2, this way we write general way. But here is not the options for integer or other things. Yeah. So here is the option also. So suppose we want to convert into integer. R is of some value. So suppose we go with the things A, B, C, D already we acquired. So E equals to, suppose we write some integer. 98, integer value is there. Now I want to convert this integer, this actually a default stored as a floating type value, and it acquired 8 byte of space. So now I want to customize it. How we can customize? Yes, type casting is possible. Int, for that we need to write integer, 8-bit integer we want to go with. 8-bit integer we want to go with. So we write a E, and if we write it here, and if I store it into f equals to integer 8. So what happened? The thing is that whatever the values of integer 8, that actually we can easily store into f, right? Now the thing is that f is now, so now if we write the things whose command, we find out one thing, f is actually F is actually L, and E is actually 8. E is actually 8, F is actually 1. So the thing is that so this both of things, E equals to 98, L also be E and R, sorry, E and F, both actually holding the same value. Both actually holding the same value. But the thing is that the storing the different things, right? So okay, so is it clear? So but the thing is that the space is acquired. This is F equals to 1 byte of space is acquired, and in this case 8 byte, but the information within that both are same. Information is same, right? A and B both are same, but the thing is that the stored amount is stored, the value, a space of memory space is different. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir, clear.
another question is there. If we write G equals to 700, right? We write a G equals to 700. Now, if we convert it integer 8 G and store into H. So can you tell me what actually the value of H? So G equals to 700, and we convert it into integer 8 bit and store into H. So what is the value of this H? Can you tell me? Yes, you have options. You may go with your Matlab window and check it. Whatever the answer you
The
receive.
float H.
Yeah. Yes.
Sir,
The float
127.
H.
127.
127 is actually replied. But the question is, Anubhav, how you write a 1 only? 1 is not a proper answer. So you are guessing. Is it your guessing?
Yes, sir.
So why you guess these things? So why is coming 127? That actually is now question. So if you learn C programming properly, then you can able to answers. So just think it and provide the answers. Can you guess? Can you guess?
Sir, repeat again.
Why we actually store this value? What value we store? 700. But when we
700.
convert it to integer 8, why it's replied as a 127? That is the questions. Any guessing? Any idea? We store G equals to 700. Now, if we write integer, convert this 700 into integer 8, it's only returned 127. So why 700? We stored 700, but it's only replied 127. Why? As a hint, you may go with another
Sir.
example. So we provide another hint. Same thing if we write, if I check I value, it's 255. So can you guess why it's happened? So 700 we store, we just typecast it, and it's provide a different result. Sometimes it's provide a 127, sometimes it's provide 255. Why it's happened?
ASCII value?
Yes, ASCII. Why we need ASCII value for? We actually define ASCII value for numbers and characters and special characters, not for numbers.
No, sir. When is G and H?
So we define for characters.
No, we don't define characters here. We just take it say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, all are the variables. Actually, whose answer is actually hidden within this name, integer and unsigned integer. So do you have a good understanding with these two terms, integer and unsigned integer? Yeah, do you have a good understanding? Integers and unsigned integers? So what actually the difference between integer and unsigned integer? Let me know. So the thing is that when we go with the integer 8-bit, so this is a very important concept actually. When we go with the integer 8-bit, just I write the things. So 8-bit integer means so 8-bit means number of bits are there.
ও স্যার রেঞ্জের জন্য
Exactly. The thing is that 8-bit is there. So we may write a 8 maximum value in 8-bit is maximum 8 number of 1. So if we go with the 8 number of 1, if we go with the, so it's not able to write here. So if we consider 8 number of 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So 8 number of ones are there. If we convert into decimal, what actually value we receive? Integer 8 means this is 8 number of ones are possible maximum. So 8 number of ones, if we convert this 8 number of 1 into decimal, so this is a hexadecimal value or binary if we consider. So if it's a binary, 8 number of 1 is binary is there. So if we convert into decimal, what actually value we receive?
স্যার আরেকবার কোশ্চেনটা বলুন
If you have a 8 number of ones, if we want to convert into integer, so what actually value we receive? So 8 number of 1 we need to convert into decimal. So what actually the things? 8 number of 1 into decimal? Yes, 8 number of 1 into decimal. 8 number of 1 into decimal. No one can tell me.
Sir, 256.
Sir, just a minute.
256, yes.
256, sir.
Yeah, exactly. 256. So why we actually there's an unsigned integer case. It's a go with the entire 8-bit unsigned integer case. So why it's right. So okay. Okay. So these are clear things. Okay. Okay. So okay. So this is a clear thing. So now if we go with the unsigned integer, there is a 7 number of bits and 1 number of so why it's a 127. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, can you please repeat the previous one?
Bolo? Yes, repeat.
Can you please repeat that integer one?
Okay.
স্যার UINT8 মানে আনসাইন্ড আইএনটি তো?
হ্যাঁ, আনসাইন্ড মানে আনসাইন্ড মানে হচ্ছে যে এন্টায়ার 8টা বিট তোমার কাজ করবে, এন্টায়ার 8 বিট অ্যাকচুয়ালি ওয়ার্ক অ্যাজ এ ভ্যালুজ মিন্স
বুঝতে পেরেছি।
and here one is that when we go with the integer means first bit is a signed bit minus or plus and then 1 1 1 1, and in case of unsigned right. So unsigned integer is a 127, is a 7 number of 1, 7 number of ones are there, and in this case 8 number of ones are there. So why this happened? Is it clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So now So suppose r equals to 67. So this way we write another things. Now if we write now we can able to store 7. So in this case why is permit? Any idea why it's
স্যার
permit?
রেঞ্জের জন্য
Yeah, so 16 now increase to 16 now increase to this way to up to your this is a 256. Now it's increased. So this is clear things this way, right? So these are the options we already go with. Now another thing is that we want to go with the checking the time CP. Okay, another thing is that we have a operators. Okay, let's check why it's not working. So hex to binary, so we can able to convert any to any operation. So binary to hexadecimal, hexadecimal to binary. So any operation we can do that, but it's somehow we just check it's not working. So it's maybe work varied subject means versions to versions. So we just write the things hex. We want to convert into hex or hexadecimal, bin to hex, hex to bin. So the options are there. It will work. Suppose we write 12. I think there is some that must be work. Okay, I check it. So these versions it maybe don't have this 2010 is an older version that is. It maybe don't have, so we go with the different versions and we go with that. So these are the options we have in binary to hexadecimal to binary conversions. Now we have additional options. We may go with that. That is, we may now go with another option. So this parts are taken. So CPU time. So we go with the CPU time. So it's a reply due some time span, right? Yeah. So this actually is CPU time. Right, CPU time. So just check it, CPU time. What time you're getting? Right, just check it. Particular. Obviously, it obviously get a different one. Why it's come different?
Okay.
Because the thing is that whatever the CPU time is there, the CPU time actually replied by the whatever the your depends upon your clock frequency of your processor, and it depends upon the thing is that it also depends upon the time period, whatever time you make this software on. So it's a may vary for everyone, right? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. So now, why we use these things? What are the use of this case? So, how much time I discuss with you the same topic? we may store here this way. So okay, so how much time you lost for this class and how much time you use to execute something, that thing you can able to get, right? Right. Okay, so this way we can able to measure the time, hardware time. So is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now time. So now clock is apply the time. So fix okay. So this actually replied the things. Right. Is it clear? So
Yes,
this is
sir.
স্যার এই
clear.
ফিক্স ক্লকটা কি? স্যার ফিক্স ক্লকটা কি?
Yeah. So this actually it's actually displaying the information unformatted way, the timestamp. And then fix clock is fix the formatted things and provide the proper format, convert into proper, fix the point 003, this power efficient, this exponential part, right? Right. So is it clear?
Sir, what is 15, 9 and 24 in the fixed clock?
Yeah. So this is clear now. Today the time is 18th February 2022. F 15 hour 9 minute 24 second. Right. Is it clear? 15 hour 9 minute 24 second. Is it clear?
Sir, it is showing different in my Matlab. My
Oh, why?
Yes.
I
It
don't
must
know.
not be sure. Just share
Yeah,
your
it's
screen. Who is there?
স্যার এখন 3:15 বাজে, তো ওই জন্য বোধহয় ওরম। আপনার তো 9 দেখাচ্ছে, 3:09 মানে 15টা 9 এরম দেখাচ্ছে।
Yeah.
acha. It's been happening
স্যার
actually.
আমার
Timing এর
কম্পিউটারে
জন্য।
9:46 14
আমার
দেখাচ্ছে।
ওরকমই দেখাচ্ছে 9:46।
তোমাদের ওই
টাইম হচ্ছে না।
টাইমটাকে অ্যাডজাস্ট করা নেই, মানে ইন্ডিয়ান টাইম জোন সেট করা নেই।
ও আচ্ছা।
আচ্ছা ওটা।
Right. তোমাদের ওখানে টাইম জোনটা ঠিক করেন, টাইম জোনটা জাস্ট ইফ ইউ speak the time zone, then it will work fine, right? Check it, check time zone check করেছো? হ্যালো,
স্যার এটা ডিভাইসের উপর ডিপেন্ড করছে স্যার। আপনার ল্যাপটপে
no,
3টে
no,
13
it's
বাজে।
not depends on time device, because if you have a proper time zone, then it will work.
The time zone ঠিকই আছে।
Now how it will be possible? Because I check a number of devices from number of devices and it will work fine, right?
এখন স্যার 3:17, আপনি আরেকবার ফিক্স ক্লক করুন, দেখুন আপনার ডিভাইসের মধ্যে আসবে।
Actually my device is a little bit slow, means if you check is this 313 and it's also provided 313. If you check it, this my device is showing 313 here, and here also showing the 313. It's exactly same time, it's actually show.
Yes sir, আমার ঠিকই
I
আছে।
actually, there is a no issue with that, because I actually teach these things for several pupils. Means in a day I think I will teach pupils Matlab, I think all over the India. Every day almost 50 to 60 students, because this is throughout the India we have a options to teach, and the thing is that other than this, other subjects are there very famous, but there's not much students are there in this field, because IoT and other things, what are the robotics based things we go with. There is a per day it's a working means interns are 20 to 30, but in only this case is a 50, and all are working with the same core and work fine. So I think there's a no issue with this, right? It will work obviously, and I don't find any other things in this code. I think everyone's computer work the same way. If it's not adjusted, your time is not adjusted, right? I think it's a work. So let's go with the next thing. So I what I do, I just go very slow way this up. So is it a too much slow? What do you think? Yes, yeah, is it okay?
ওকে স্যার।
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so I just check it that if it's a faster, yes, it's a little bit faster, so why I go it this way. So okay, so this is the fixed clock and the time. So a number of cases what happen when we need to go with the things like we want to go with the simulations, and how much time we expend means to perform some task, some motor we want to rotate, how much time it take, that also we need to find out. Obviously we have a functions, there's a pause functions we use when we go with the discussion with the coding part. We go with the one function, there's a pause functions, this how we go with the pause function, how it works. These are the things we check. So for animation purpose and different purposes we check these things, right? But here okay, so but otherwise it's a the thing is that a different way delay management is a very important things for us, right? Delay management is also same. Yeah, delay management also be a very important. So time period, this related, these two things we discuss here. Next we go with next options. So next option is that simple graph plotting. So we means go with the entire next class with a graph, but still today we go with the very basics about the graph plotting. So what we understand by graph, anyone have a so if we consider the graph, so there is two things. One is this versus this. This is actually a x direction, and this is actually a y direction, 2D graph. So we when we go with the Matlab, we both the options we have, we may go with a 2D graph as well as we may go with a 3D graph. So 2D and 3D, both the graph options are there. So now how we point a graph? So we have a number of points with regular interval, and we want to plot a graph. So we want to plot as this kind of sine wave or cos wave, whatever the graph we want to plot this way. Now we need to write this way. So what is the graph? If we consider this graph, each of the point means this point is there, on this point, every point it has some value. For continuous x point, we have some y value, and we add these points and we get a graph. That actually a concept. So how we get a continuous x point? To get a continuous x point, we know that x equals to, we may write x 1:100. Sorry, what happened? X 1:100. So x equals to 1:100. So these are the points are there, right? This way we some of the points we may consider, right? Is it true?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay? Yeah. So now
Yes, sir.
the same thing, because we already discussed. So the thing is that if we go it here, we put at some values, it go with the discrete points, means these points are given. Another very important thing that I missed. So let's you observe these things. If we write this code and put a semicolon, it will not provide the output. But when we forget to put a semicolon, it provides the results. So you need to remember, in MATLAB, in other programming languages, if we put semicolon or not, depending upon that, it throws the error. But in MATLAB, when you write the things, put semicolon or not, it's not a make a error, but this output will be execute this fast. That is the issue. So semicolon or without semicolon, that is the issue. It's not an error, but it's actually it's time consuming. If you write a code and it's going to print all the values, it takes time to print. Right. So next thing is that we need to go with another command that actually alternate to this one. X equals to linspace. So this is actually another options. X equals to linspace. Right. So be cautious. Try to understand these things. 0, here we also write this way: 0, 100, 10. Now the question is that what is the difference between these two code? So in this case, this is the first value, this actually a last value, and this is the intermediate number of points, not gap. This is number of points. So just try to understand is2 versus linspace commands. How many of you understand these things? Linspace versus is2 command. Let me know. Please respond.
Repeat.
Can you please repeat?
Yeah, obviously I will repeat. So I go with a very simple program. So how many of you post lunch session active mode? Let's check. So x equals to, we start with a 0 is to 1 is to 10. This actually we already aware about this term. And second one is that we write a y equals to linspace 0 starting value, next end value. So last case this is the 10, and number of points we consider 20. So okay, another easy things, 10. We again go with a 10. So if you consider this one, this is two operations, and if you compare with this operation, both the cases results are exactly same. If you match this one with this one, both the cases results are same, is it not? But writing pattern is different. So let's again we write it into here. So we have a one operation that is we already aware about that, how we write these things. So this actually signifies to first element, signifies to starting point, right? And this one actually signifies to last point, right? First and last and intermediate points, is it not? First starting point, end point, and intermediate point, intermediate value.
Yes, sir.
In this case, what happened? This one is a starting point. So this actually a starting point, and this as well starting point. These two are same. These are the same.
Next is that this one is actually a endpoint. This one is actually an endpoint, we know, right? This one and this one also be the same. These all are endpoint. But the question is that what happened? This 20 and this one, right? 20 and this one. This actually a make a issue. So 20 and this actually a 1. So this 20 means how many points are there from the 0 to 10? How many points are there?
20.
Right. Same way, if we write the same code here also, but this last value is different. So here 20, here 10. Right. So as it is a 20, that means we divide 0 to 10 into 20 steps. So why it's have a 20 number of values here? And here we define 10 steps. So why we have a 10 number of values within this, and it is equally distributed. Is it clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
everyone, please response. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Everyone, write on the
Yes, sir.
chat. Let me check. Chat में लिखो. नहीं तो how will you understand that? Yes, how many of you responded?
Sir, please say again.
Repeat. Okay. So which one? Isto या lean space?
No, sir, lean space.
Lean space. Lean space first value is 0. That is the starting. And last value is 10. It's not here because last value is 10 is this one, second one. And this actually in how many points we want to put within these values, first and last, how many points should be there? This actually a number of points actually considered by this 20. Right here, if you check, this a 10 is written, so number of points are 10 within this range 0 to 10. Right, this way lean space command will work. Is it clear?
Sir, but the values how is come 0.5.
Yeah, so suppose if you have if you go with this 0 to 10, we want to go with the 10 points, equally distributed points, 10 points. So what happened? From 0 to 10, you need to divide into 10. If you divide into 10, what are the values we get?
Okay, sir.
We need to divide 0 to 10 means 11, right? So total 11 we divided by 10. Obviously 1.11 should be there.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Sir, now clear.
Yeah. So these are the options we have. So now if we want to go with Matlab, and let's print the things. X equals to 0. So in Matlab, another option is there, pi. It's already have a predefined values, 3.14 pi value. So pi, we know that this actually we know that when we go with the angle or radian value, we must need to go with the pi functions. Because pi is actually 180 degree. So when we go with any waveform, we must need to go with some things at degree, sine, cos, or anything. What we need to go with, we need to mention that things. So this actually are options we have, pi options we have. So we may write this way: x equals to 0. So we may write a lean space. We starting from 0. We want to go up to 2 pi, so one complete phase, and within that we need to go with a 10 number of spacing, right? And if we write a y, we want to plot a sine wave. So sine wave we want to plot. So sine is a function, it's also work here. And the thing is that this sine x is already defined. So every value of x is plot a sine curve. So these two are there. Now we just need to write a simple plot function to plot it, x, comma, y. So it will plot a graph. Is it clear? Just check it. So plot is a functions we use to plot a simple graph. So please try, everyone. If anyone have any questions, any of the point, let me know.
Yes, sir, done.
Okay, done. So now can you able to make a graph, if you understand this one? So can you able to make a graph using these values? Let's discuss. X is defined as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and y is defined 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So can you able to plot this graph using this value? Can you able to plot?
Sir, trying.
Okay, try it.
Sir, how do you write y?
Yes, that have a question. Don't be panic about that. I just wait. So anyone have any idea how we go with this? So let me know.
Sir,
Anyone?
sir, at first x is equal to linspace 1, 10, 10.
Not necessarily. We may write also this way. Right, 1:10. We don't have an issue. Y equals to, now whatever the value is there, 1, I think 3, then 4, and then we write
6. 1, 3, 6, 8.
1, 3, 6, 8,
6.
then
1, 3, 6, 9, 1, 4.
3, 6, 9, 1,
1, 4.
4. I think something is repeated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 numbers of values are there. Some missing. So I just remove one thing. So this way we write a second one. Now just write plot x comma y. Nothing else. Don't be panic with this last code. That also plot the graph.
Oh, that's why, sir. There is 11 number. At first I did 11 numbers. That's why.
Is it an 11 number? Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 number is there, not 11 number. Right? You also put a 10 number.
Okay,
Right.
okay, my mistake, sir.
So anything you got, you may convert it and you can really print it. Right? You need just each of the point x and y value, nothing else. You can plot a graph. Now, can you able to plot a tan curve using this command? Tan curve. Tan curve, tan wave. Sine you already designed. Can you able to go with the tan?
Sir, what is your last question?
Tan.
Oh, tan curve. Okay.
Yeah. So can you able to design a tan?
This are you trying?
Yes, sir, trying. Sir, is this visible?
Let's check. Actually, not from my window is open here, so I need to move to this. Yes, a screen is visible. Okay.
Sir,
Fine,
wait.
fine.
I'm sharing my screen.
I need to make you presenter. Just a minute. If you want to share your screen. So, what is your name?
Sir, Shayok.
Shayok. I need to make you present. Shayok Shorkar. Okay. I make you presenter. Now you can able to share your screen.
No, sir, I can't.
Just wait. You get the. I think Shayok Shorkar, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shayok Shorkar. So you are using two different devices. Yes, I already make you presenter. Just click on share options. There's a share option is there.
Sir, where?
Bottom of your screen. One LCD look like options. Cross mark is there. Just click on that. It shared.
So just a minute.
Bottom of your GoToMeeting window. There is one LCD. So if you check, okay, I just share once. You can understand. And then I again make you presenter, so you can check from my window where is actually get the share option. So you got this kind of options in your screen.
Yes, sir, but I can't.
Okay, now I again make you presenter. Just check it. Now are you able to make presenter? I make presenter you. Yes. Now try it once.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes. This is a tan curve. You can able to exactly. This will make with a tan curve. Okay. Very good, Shan. So this is a simple thing. If we able to go with a sine wave, we obviously able to go with a tan wave. One more thing we need to. One more things we need to check. Screen is already shared, hopefully. Yes. Yeah. So tan wave is a very simple. So what we need to write? X equals to
Lens space.
X equals to. We may go with a lens space, or we may go with a 1:2 operator. So with a lens space. Lens space 0 to 4 into pi comma 10. And now write a y equals to tan x. And plot we write here x comma y. So if we go with that, we'll print the things. But the question is that, okay, it's take time, it obviously appear. So this is actually the things we receive. But the question is that it's not look like at all. Means if we go with the cos wave, then also it will not work. So where is cos wave? Yes. So is it look like a cos wave? It's not actual. Why? The thing is that we here write a 10 number of points. So 10 number of points are not enough to make a good graph. So if we increase this number of points, we get a better result. So you need to understand these things. we always, so number of points and we get a number of good results. So now if we go with this, we get a very good results. We get this proper waveform. So we need to increase number of points. Right.
Yes, sir.
So these are the things. So everyone please complete it. Now I have to announce something that is a very important thing for our training. We have a last 40 minutes time. So one thing is that first you all, there is a 34 students, 33 to 34 students are there. Within these 33 students, I recommend at least 5 groups or 34 or 35. If it's a 31 students, then it's adjustable. But if it's a 32 students, then we need to make at least 6 groups.
Sir, I think 36 students over here.
No, I think not 36. 37 is written, but 33 or 34 are there. Right. If 36, then also 5. Each of the group we maximum allowed 5 students. Right. If there is a 35, 36 students, then 7 groups we need to go with. So please make your group. If you that totally depends upon you. Are you want to make group or I am shortlisted you? Because I don't aware about you, so it's a better option. Please consult within a minute. So I already inform you in the tiffin time, break time. Please discuss with your friends and confirm me how many groups you want to form. Who are the group members? Please provide the names. So is it decided by you? Because this is a 6-day training and already first day over, we have only 5 days. And last day, second half, we need to go with the presentations, exams, and lots of things are there. So we have only 4 days. And obviously, second last day, we need to start projects or we need to complete something of the project. So we have a 3 days. So within 3 days, we need to decide our projects and we need to start our projects. So we today, now I give you 5 minutes time. Please decide your group members. That is very important. And provide group members name one by one. I need to note down it. And then we are going to assign projects. So by today, I need to assign you projects. If it's not possible, by next class. So after discussion, we will decide. So by tomorrow, we need to decide the projects and we need to consider these projects we need to complete. And then only by next 4 days, we can able to, next 3 days, we can able to complete it. So I give you 5 minutes time. So everyone, please decide and please let me know what are the group members you're working with. Right.
So sir, how many students in one group?
5, maximum 5.
Okay. The group name की लिखे दो मतलब chat box में लिखे दो
চ্যাট বক্সে লেখো আমি নিয়ে নিচ্ছি আমি এখানে এন্ট্রি করে নিচ্ছি আদার্স জৈন এন্ড আমান কে আছো এই ফার্স্ট ডে আদার্স জৈন আমানের মধ্যে কে আছো এই মুহূর্তে
স্যার আমি আছি স্যার আমান স্যার
Aman, please complete your group members name and share with me. I just note down as a group 1. তোমার গ্রুপ মেম্বারদের নাম বলবে
यस सर टेलिंग
বলো
सर शुभम घोष
let's take শুভম ঘোষ শুভম নাম্বার যদি দেখতে পারো তো বলবে শুভম ঘোষ this one This one. Group.
স্যার সৌম্য চক্রবর্তী।
সৌম্য চক্রবর্তী। সৌম্য চক্রবর্তী।
তারিত্রা ব্যানার্জি।
Group 1. Orithro Banerjee. Where is Orithro Banerjee? I don't find out
Taritra.
there. Oh, Toritro.
25.
তোমাকে এটা কি বাদ পড়ে গেছিল? মানে সাধারণত মানে অরিত্রই দেখি। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ অরিত্র তরিত্র। আর
yes sir sir Soham Mitra 16.
Soham Mitra. Yeah. Next is there. Others, are you present? Next হচ্ছে হ্যাঁ কে বলছো? Yes. Hero Pro কোন group? Second group. Group 2. Group 2. Yes. Please let me mention your group member's name. Yes. আর কে আছে? Hero Bro, কে আছে তোমার গ্রুপে বলো? Let me know your group member's name. Hero Bro. Hero Bro, anyone? So okay, next go with the Anubhav Mukherjee.
Yes sir.
হ্যাঁ তোমাদের গ্রুপ ঠিক করেছো?
না স্যার তো
তাড়াতাড়ি করো।
আপনি বানিয়ে
অর্ক মুখোপাধ্যায়। অর্ক গ্রুপ হয়েছে কিছু?
না
তাড়াতাড়ি করো। অর্ক হ্যাঁ বলো।
বলছি স্যার আমাদের গ্রুপটায় কাইন্ডলি 6 জন করা যাবে?
না 6 জন কি করে করা যাবে? ওটা লাস্টে দেখতে হবে। যদি একটা গ্রুপে মাত্র 6 জন করা যেতে পারে কজন, আর যদি এবার একটা গ্রুপে কম পড়ে যাবে না, 5 জনের কম বেশি কম হলে তো হবে না।
আচ্ছা যদি সম্ভব হয় তাহলে একটু বলুন, তাহলে সেই বুঝে তাহলে গ্রুপ করব, মানে তাহলে লাস্টেই করবো, আমাদেরটা না হয় অসুবিধা নেই।
আচ্ছা
সবাই করে নিয়ে আসবে।
বাকিরা বলো। 5 minutes time. I giving you 5 minutes time. Please let me know. তোমাদের প্রবাবল সজনের নাম বলে রাখো। বলো তোমাদের কে আছো?
হ্যালো স্যার।
হ্যাঁ বল।
হ্যাঁ স্যার শুভময় মন্ডল স্যার আমাদের গ্রুপের মধ্যে থাকবে।
দাঁড়া কে বলতে চাইছো? মানে এক এক করে বলো। এখানে
স্যার আমি
শুভময় মন্ডল
বলছি স্যার।
তোমাদের গ্রুপ অলরেডি বলা হয়ে গেছে?
না স্যার আমাদের গ্রুপ বানাচ্ছি।
বলো কোথায় কত নম্বর আছে তোমার নাম এখানে?
স্যার দেখতে হবে স্যার। স্যার শুভময় মন্ডল।
শুভময় মন্ডল খুঁজে পাচ্ছি না তো। এই শুভময় মন্ডল।
হ্যাঁ স্যার বলবো স্যার কে থাকবে গ্রুপে?
হ্যাঁ বলো।
হ্যাঁ স্যার শুভময় মন্ডল, নীলাশিস কুন্ডু।
দাঁড়াও নীলাশিস কুন্ডু খুঁজে বার করি। নীলাশিস কুন্ডু। বলো আর কে?
স্যার ওই দেবাশিস আচার্যের পর নীলাশিস কুন্ডু আছে।
না সেটা পেয়ে গেছি। তারপর দেবাশিস আচার্যের পর নীলাশিস কুন্ডুকে দিয়ে দিলাম তো।
হ্যাঁ ন্যাসিস কুন্ডু তাপসের স্বাগতম কুমার পান
স্বাগতম কুমার, হ্যাঁ
স্যার তাপসের তম্রদীপ সিনহা তম্রদীপ সিনহা
এটা তো তম্রদীপ সিনহা।
আর স্যার সুবর্ণা পাল
কি হলো, কিসের আওয়াজ হচ্ছে? আর একটা কান খুললে সুবর্ণা পাল।
হ্যাঁ স্যার
হ্যালো স্যার, আমি মীরাব্র বলছি, শোনা যাচ্ছে আমার কথা?
গ্রুপ 3, হ্যাঁ কে বলছো?
হীরাব্র
হীরা ব্রো, হ্যাঁ বলো।
স্যার বলছি আমাদের গ্রুপে সায়ক আছে আর সৌম্য পালুই আছে।
সায়ক, দাঁড়াও, সায়ক কোথায় খুঁজে বার করি? সায়ক কত নম্বর? সায়ক
নিচের দিকে স্যার, নিচের দিকে
সায়ক সরকার।
হ্যাঁ, আর সৌম্য পালুই।
পালুই, হীরাব্র কোলে ইজাজ, ইজাজ।
আস্তে ফার্স্ট পড়িয়ে ফেলছো, হ্যাঁ তারপর সায়কের পর সৌম্য পাল।
স্যার লাস্ট ওয়ান
ও সৌম্য পালুই, গ্রুপ 2, হ্যাঁ
স্যার এমডি ইজাজ। স্যার আর একজনই আছে স্যার, প্রিয়াঙ্কা সরকার।
ওকে, সেকেন্ড ইয়ার অল ওকে।
আমাদের অনুভব
হ্যাঁ বলো।
মুখার্জি।
অনুভব মুখার্জি, অনুভব কোথায়?
ওপরে থার্ড।
অনুভব মুখার্জি গ্রুপ 4 হয়ে যাবে, তাই তো? তারপর আর কে?
আমাদের সোনু কুমার প্রসাদ, আদর্শ জৈন, রাকেশ তিওয়ারি, আর সুরজ কুমার শাহ।
আচ্ছা, এবার তাহলে বাকিরা কে কে আছে বলো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার বলছি।
গ্রুপ 5
সায়ন্তন দে।
সায়ন্তন
দে, হ্যাঁ
সায়ন্তন দে। কোথায় খুঁজে পাচ্ছি না তো, নিচের দিকে।
হ্যাঁ দেখুন,
হ্যাঁ সায়ন্তন দে, হ্যাঁ
সায়ন্তন দে। আকাশ বিশ্বাস।
এটা কি আছে? সায়ন্তনের সম্পদ আছে নাকি?
হ্যাঁ সম্পদ আছে।
তাহলে সম্পদ গ্রুপ 5। আর
আকাশ বিশ্বাস।
আকাশ বিশ্বাস।
আকাশ বিশ্বাস। আরিফ হোসেন। 27 মৃন্ময় ঘোষ।
মৃন্ময় ঘোষ, হ্যাঁ পেয়েছি।
আর স্যার নম্বর মেম্বার হচ্ছে গৈরিক দত্ত।
গৈরিক দত্ত,
হ্যাঁ।
গৈরিক দত্ত। গৈরিক দত্তর নাম নেই?
হ্যাঁ আছে স্যার।
গৈরিক
একটু নিচে দেখুন।
গৈরিক দত্ত, হ্যাঁ।
E28,
গ্রুপ 5। তাহলে এবার যারা রয়ে গেলে, so let's we need to check 1 2 3 4 5 6 students are left. 6 students are left now. So what we do, we make a group for group number 6 student, group 6. So I think no issue with that. Group number 6 Orko Mukhopadhyay. Group number 6 goes to Orko Prasad Basu, Orpon Sen, and Orpon Devashish Acharya. Group 6. And 1 2 3 4 5 number Pallavi Kumari, 6, and Shayantan Dotto, group 6. Right. So this way we just complete this group system. So now so 6 group is there. Now the question is that what actually are projects, and how we go with the projects, and what is the scope of a project. So anyone, or do you decide anything, think about any projects? তোমরা প্রজেক্টের বিষয়ে কেউ কিছু ভেবেছো? So group are already decided. So each of the group members, please consult with your friends and try to find out some projects. So all of you from electrical engineering. So some students are from 3rd semester, some are from 5th semester. So who are from 3rd semester? So do you go with any Matlab business, control system, signal processing, anything? 3rd semester student, do go with the control system or signal processing, anything, digital signal processing, any subject you already learned?
Digital.
Please.
Sir,
in 3rd semester we didn't learn control system.
Control system, now you learning. Okay. Already learned, do you learn digital signal processing, DSP?
No sir. No sir.
No sir.
Okay. So the control system just started in your case, so that is should be a problem. Okay, for you, I think some general topic is preferable. So two way you may go with. So just I ask you, I just wait. So you may do the things like as a mathematical laboratory, matrix laboratory. Actually, basically, we are writing the code for discussion of number of things. Like we want to discuss like how means suppose some equations are there in your syllabus. That equations you need to plot in graphical way, and you want to predict something. In 3rd semester, or from 5th semester, I think you go with the modulation, the signal communication systems. You already learned communication system. 5th semester students, 5th semester students, let me know. Do you learn communication and signal, or DSP?
No sir.
No sir.
We are in this semester.
Okay, but you already learned control system, right? So try to find out some equation that actually you may use to solve, go with some equation that actually help you to solve the things like equation that actually help you to solve some your control system equation. So this kind of projects you may go with some projects and some outcomes, means some graph you want to plot.
Sir, can we do the project in Simulink?
Yeah, you can do it in Simulink, but do you have a good idea on Simulink?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you already work with a Simulink, right?
Sir, yes. That is why I'm telling.
Okay. Control system. Yeah, which topic you learned?
Already learned the application of electric vehicle on Simulink.
Already? Please repeat.
I have done a project on electric vehicle using the Simulink.
Okay, you already go with the electric vehicle Simulink, using Simulink.
Yes.
So electrical power consumption, like the power consumption related things. Yeah, control
No,
devices.
the actual model of the electric vehicle.
Okay. So you already completed. So relevant to that, anything you want to go with?
I have to think.
Okay, so I actually there is a lots of options are there. Not only your so one from third semester, they might be have some issue to go with the projects like a technical topic. For third semester students, you may go with like a analog clock you may design. We will discuss all the things, or you may go with the digital calculators. There's a possible third semester, as you don't learn till now, you don't learn the things, so you go with this approach.
Sir.
Fifth semester, you go with the yes. Hello.
Sir, yes, sir. In third semester, we have learned about network analysis. So, sir, can you say what kind of project we can make on that?
Network analysis. Network analysis means, can you tell me a little bit more? I don't aware about this network analysis topic because I don't have
Circuit theory.
Sir, that is circuit analysis. Circuit analysis.
Circuit analysis.
Yes.
Circuit
So, sir,
analysis. So you go with the A. Chakraborty book, right? So
yes, sir.
so there is a lots of equations are there. Can you able to solve that equations using Matlab?
Okay, sir.
So just find out this way, like find out this way some projects. If you think that it's yes, your means I will just discuss with me. So I give you a little bit of time for you. Just I focus on what are the possibilities are there. These are the possibilities. So you may go with the circuit theory based projects, or you may go with the in general project also. For fifth semester students, I recommend please go with the circuit theory, control system, or signal system based projects. That's very simple thing. Whatever the equation you have in your syllabus, just try to implement that things using Matlab. So I also discuss lots of things, how you go with the how you go with the solve the equations using Matlab. That things we discuss also. So in the meantime, please just search what are the possible things you can able to implement. Yes, let me know. Yes, ask me.
স্যার বলছি কালকে ওই প্রজেক্টটা বললে হবে তো, মানে আজকে
সেটাই বলছি, কালকেই তোমরা আজকে আমরা জাস্ট ইন জেনারেল বললাম যে আমাদের কালকের মধ্যে বলতে হবে। আমরা বেসিক ইমেজ প্রসেসিং এর কাজ করি, কিন্তু একটা জিনিস হলো, one thing you need to remember that whatever project you choose, you need to complete within 3 days. You have only 3-day time, so just don't go with this big projects. Small but effective projects you need to go with, right? You have only 3 days to complete it, right? And image processing based basic project also be welcomed, right? So these are the things that are possible. You may go with any of the things. Just check it. What are the possibilities? And please inform me next class. Next class we obviously discuss about the what are the projects we can able to implement, right? That things we discuss. So now first I need to take attendance. Otherwise I forget to take it. I think all the very few students are left. Actually 28 are there. So 6 students are absent. Others Jain, absent or present? Absent. Aman?
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Anubhav?
Present, sir.
Anubhav? Orko?
Present, sir.
Orko Prabhu Basu? Orko Prabhu? Orpon?
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Yeah, I provide you attendance. Devashish Acharya?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nilashish Kundu? Nilashish? Absent. Pallavi Kumari?
Yes, sir.
Pallavi Kumari?
হ্যালো স্যার
Rakesh Tiwari? Yes.
স্যার আমি নীলাশিস বলছি স্যার আমার ল্যাপটপটা ওপেন হচ্ছিল না
Nilashish. Okay.
ইয়েস স্যার
Sir, others and present. सर नेट नहीं चल रहा है सर.
Rakesh Tiwari? Rakesh Tiwari? Rakesh Tiwari absent. Sayantan Datto? Sayantan Datto? Shubham Mitra?
Present, sir. Present, sir. Present, sir. Present, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
হ্যাঁ
স্যার
বলো।
রাকেশের তো ডেটা শেষ হয়ে গেছিল বলে ও সেকেন্ডে ক্লাসের মধ্যে জয়েন করতে পারেনি।
জয়েন করেনি তো সেটা কি করা যাবে? অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স কি করে দেবো?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
সোনু
হ্যাঁ।
কুমার? সোনু কুমার?
Present, sir. Present, sir.
সৌম্য চক্রবর্তী?
Present, sir.
সুবর্ণ পাল?
Present, sir.
শুভম ঘোষ?
Present, sir.
শুভময় মণ্ডল?
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার
সুরজ কুমার?
Present, sir.
স্বাগতম কুমার পান?
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার
তম্রদীপ সিনহা? তম্রদীপ? তরিত্র?
Sir, present.
তরিত্র? আকাশ বিশ্বাস? আকাশ বিশ্বাস? আরিফ হোসেন?
Present, sir. স্যার আকাশ বিশ্বাসের তো নেটওয়ার্ক প্রবলেম হচ্ছে।
Yes, sir. আকাশ বিশ্বাস আছে স্যার।
আছে স্যার আকাশ বিশ্বাস।
গৈরিক?
হ্যালো।
আচ্ছা হ্যাঁ দিয়ে দিয়েছি। গৈরিক?
Present, sir.
হীরাভ্র?
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার।
মোহাম্মদ ইজাজ আহমেদ? মৃন্ময় ঘোষ?
Yes, sir.
প্রিয়াঙ্কা সরকার?
Present, sir.
সম্পদ পাল?
Yes, sir.
সায়ন্তন দে? সায়ন্তন দে?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
সায়ক সরকার?
Yes, sir.
Shomo Palui?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So attendance part is complete. So we only have now
স্যার তাম্রদীপ ছিলাম।
Tomodip Chile. Tomodip. Tomodip. Okay. So that's all about. We have only 10 minutes time now. If you have any questions, you may ask me or you may continue. Practice it at your home. So recordings you get on proper time, but attendance is mandatory to get recordings. If you not attend class, you don't get recordings because this actually link are not shared to everyone. It must be shared to particular people. So you need to attend class, then only you get recordings. And now today, whatever the things we cover, just we need to revise, just need to rememorize it. So first we go with the things like the basics of Matlab, then matrices, different matrix operation, matrix addition, multiplication, divisions, additions, subtractions, simple addition, subtractions. What are the typecastings is there we discuss. So and then we go to just start how we plot a Matlab graph. Next class we again go with the Matlab graph. There is a totally Matlab graph based sessions, and then we go with the next topic, that is Matlab, and this then we go with the more on the how we solve the equations and that all. And third class we going with discuss on different loop concepts, control statement. Fourth class we're going to discuss about graphical user interface, static and dynamic. Fifth class we're going to discuss on image processing, and then we start a project and we complete by sixth class. And sixth class we go with a project presentation, project documentation verification, and small MCQ exam if it's required by your college. So or for our data collection to store the information. So these are the things, these are the way we continue this session, and we conclude 6-day session. So it's continue. Sunday you don't have sessions, but other all the days you have a sessions. 10:30 to 2, 1, 2 to 4:30. So that's all from my side. Thank you. I close this session here. In this session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.